So The Walking Dead has ended. Thus ends an era of Season 5. What are we going to do with ourselves? So let's recap a little bit. Not going to talk too much about the episode. I thought it was a pretty good episode. There's not a lot to share. I don't want to go into too much detail talking about what happened during the episode. I want to talk about what is to come and what we might see in Season 6. So a quick recap. Glenn gets shot by Nicholas in the shoulder, almost gets eaten by some walkers, or at least bit. Still don't really know. Maybe he did. Maybe they're just kind of hiding it, but I doubt he did. Okay, whatever. We find Morgan. Morgan finds the wolves, who we knew all along, but there was only 2 of them. So is that the whole group, or is that just maybe a little feeler, maybe the ones that go out and scout for that, for the wolves? I don't know. We saw that the wolves have an elaborate trap set up to capture people. Now, why are they capturing people? Are they capturing them to take their goods and just kill them? Or is it a little more sadistic? Are they just bad people? I mean, like Terminus. They were just bad fucking people. These guys just seem like bad people to me. So the wolves, we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up for Season 6. And Rick kills Pete after Pete goes in and slashes Reg's throat, Deanna's husband. That was a scene pulled straight from the comic books. Awesome scene, by the way. I love that scene. I loved it in the comics when it happened. And it kind of showed that she knew what Rick was talking about. As you saw that Rick said, the gate was left open, walkers got in, you guys didn't even realize it. Nobody was watching the gate. That's how bad you people don't know it is out there. So that was very interesting. You saw him take down the walkers. It was a little bit of a traumatic moment there where he didn't know if he was gonna take them down or if he was gonna get killed himself. So there's that. Now I want to talk about Season 6. What is gonna happen? We were left with a slight, about that big of a cliffhanger, where Morgan, Daryl, and Aaron show up as Rick is putting the bullet into Pete's head. Or, so to think, it was Pete's head. Maybe he was taking out Reg so he did not become a walker. Think about that for a second. Just sit on that one and think about that little theory. Now, in the comics, Pete does get shot by Rick at that very point. Did Rick turn the corner, or did he kill Pete on the spot? I'm thinking he killed Pete just by the look on everybody's face as they're like walking up and he's like... So let's go with that. Let's go with he killed Pete. At least that's my theory. He did kill Pete. So there's that. The wolves. The wolves are gonna make some problems. As you noticed, they found Aaron's little picture package outside of their gates there, and you saw them looking at the pictures. And they saw the picture of the walls, and they saw a picture of Rick Grimes in there. So that is going to come back to haunt them. They know there is a place with walls. They know there's a place where they can be safe. And they can probably use it as a trap almost like Terminus did. I believe that is the thinking that these people are going to have. These people are obviously bad people. They're not nice. They tried to kill Morgan with an unloaded gun. Now that leads something to think. Maybe they don't have ammunition or very much of it. The guy went in with a gun that was not even loaded. Now, what are they going to do, though? Does anybody have any theories on this? Anybody in the comments section? Any theories? I got nothing. I think they're going to show up, and they're going to bring a lot of walkers with them. I think that's their method for taking down, or trying to take down Alexandria, is using the walkers. They had so many of them rounded up in those trailers that it was ridiculous. So I feel that they're going to use that to their advantage. Maybe they'll have a car with a radio blaring or something and just make them follow them, almost herd them like cattle up to the gates. And that would be something interesting to see. You get that horde scenario, and that would also explain why there's not so many walkers you see on the road while these people are out there scouting for people. It's just... that's the way it is, I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't have a lot to say. I really don't have a lot to say. I've been having some internet issues, so I don't even know if this is going to get uploaded on Monday. Trying. Folks, I'm trying. Bear with me. I'm real short. Like I said, real short synopsis. Why didn't Glenn kill Nicholas? He had the opportunity, obviously. Nicholas clearly was trying to kill him. I think it's just Glenn's a bigger person. Is that going to come back to haunt Glenn? Here's my thoughts for that. No. I think that it has really turned a corner for Nicholas. He's going to realize that he made a mistake and that he is going to have to live with it. Clearly, everybody's going to be mad at him, but I think it's something he's going to have to live with, and it's something he's going to use to his advantage to maybe become a little bit better person in the community, a little bit better person in Alexandria, and maybe have a better role, a different role. Clearly, he's not going to go back outside the gates. They are going to make him just, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do. Maybe he'll do landscaping. I don't know. They need somebody to cut the fucking grass around there, I guess. Can't really fire up a lawnmower, so get the scissors, buddy. Also, I think Rick will take over as leader. I think that with Deanna losing her son Aiden and losing Reg in quick succession like that, I do feel that she's gonna slowly devolve, and she's gonna slowly turn into just not caring anymore and almost suicidal to the point that she can't stand it. Is, you know, when her son died, she really wasn't that torn up. I mean, she was more pissed, it seemed like, at least from her facial expressions, than anything. Now, when her husband died, got his throat cut, she was very emotional because she was right there in front of him. I think that might have had a lot to do with it, is that he died in her arms, basically. And as you could see her slipping away from society and telling Rick to kill Pete, I think that was the beginning of the spiral downward, and that she is going to eventually hand over control of Alexandria to Rick Grimes, which would be a good thing. And one other thing I want to touch on about Season 6 coming up. How will that execution almost affect what Morgan saw? As you could tell from the very first scene, Morgan didn't even want to kill the guys that wanted to kill him. He knocked them out, put them in a car, honked the horn so walkers would show up, maybe they'd be trapped for a while. He didn't really leave them to die, because he could have killed them. He had a knife, he could have easily stabbed them, cut their throat, anything. Which is a far cry from what Morgan was to begin with when we first saw him. Well, not first saw him, but when we second saw him in the episode Clear, where he was just batshit crazy. And now here he is, not even killing the people that wanted to kill him. So when he sees what Rick just did, is that really going to affect their relationship? Is he going to be like, whoa, man, why the fuck did I come here? Sorry, stereotypical black guy voice, but I apologize. I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to work. I think it has to affect him. Has to. It has to make him think, man, I went all this way to find this crazy son of a bitch. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I think there will be some tension there, and we will get to see it play out next season also. Finally, what will be the status of our ultimate big bad guy? Will he show up in Season 6? For those of you who have read the comics, you know I'm talking about Negan. There was a nice little interview with John Hamm where he said he would love to play Negan. I think he'd be an interesting choice. They need to get somebody who is very mean. For those of you who don't know who Negan is, I suggest you go read issue 100 of the Walking Dead comic just to get a brief glimpse of who the guy is. Nothing serious happens or nothing. So, that's all I have to say about this episode, guys, and what's going to come up in Season 6. I will be not bringing you weekly updates on The Walking Dead, clearly because, well, the show's not on. I will be revealing some stuff as it comes along. If I get any news and information through the forums and different websites that I follow, I'll be sure to let you guys know, and I'll do a special episode just so you guys can see it. Until then, I'll see y'all on the next one.